We need to have a quick moment of silence for this man. He just got dragged out of the car by Batman, and you already know what's gonna happen to him. I could never be a criminal in Gotham because Batman would always be looming in the back of my head like, dude, I am not trying to have hospital bills higher than the Empire State Building. I'm good. Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Maurice here. We are back today for another video, and today will be a follow-up video to another video that I made like a while back. So a while back I made a video on Red Hood running around Gotham just, causing trouble, right? There was one part that I left out of that video. It was that part where Batman and Nightwing had to fight Amazo, and let's just say there was a reason why I left it out. It's because this fight deserves honestly, it deserves its own video, so let's just hop right into it. Alright, so as some of you may recall, in that previous video I mentioned a part where Batman and Nightwing were like, they were questioning a few people on pretty much what Red Hood is doing and pretty much why he's doing it, right? And I talked about how they got shot by Red Hood. Well, those two guys, beforehand, they were out here whipping it in the van. These guys work for Black Mask, and they were out here transporting some cargo for him, and obviously that cargo was obviously Amazo, and they didn't know that, but they were soon about to find out. And pretty much Batman he was like, oh hell no, not in my city. And so Batman does what Batman does as always. He handles it as usual. He just throws a few people out of windows. He breaks some bones here and there. He normal Batman shit. And then out of nowhere, while they were talking, this is where Amazo just comes out of nowhere, out of one of the briefcases, and just starts fucking shit up immediately. For those of you who don't know who Amazo is, this guy pretty much has various abilities of various superheroes. So pretty much Batman is out here fighting for his life, right? And obviously he can't really do nothing against a guy who shoots lasers, against a guy who can fly, against this guy has no kryptonite. So he pretty much just has to go hand for hand, and let's just say Batman is not built like that. Although I will say Batman was kind of putting hands on him at first, I can't lie. Like, I don't really know if it was hurting him, but Batman for sure got his licks in. That's all I know. My goat was not washed, not today. After Batman gets Falcon punched into a container, this is where Nightwing shows up. This is where we see that Bruce is kind of a fucking asshole, because Nightwing honestly just asks him if he wants some help, and Bruce looks at him with the straightest face ever and pretty much tells him to fuck off. Like, damn bro, this is your son. This is neglect. Someone call CPS right now. But you already know Nightwing wasn't just gonna sit there and watch Batman get folded, so of course Nightwing eventually hopped in the fight. Right after Nightwing hops in the fight, this is where Amazo throws a big ass container at Batman, and of course Batman dodges it because he's Batman. But Nightwing, at first he doesn't see it, but then he sees it at the last second, and then bro does a backflip and just jumps over it casually. Right after this, Nightwing then takes out some brass knuckles and makes his way over to Amazo, where he then proceeds to try and kick him, but Amazo blocks it. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And then after this, Nightwing proceeds to punch this man in the face and take off an entire chunk of his face in the process. Batman then comes out of the shadows and kicks Amazo, and this is where Batman and Nightwing both use their grappling guns to boost themselves over to Amazo so that they can punch him, and let's just say he felt this one for sure. Batman also threw an explosive battering at Amazo, but this did nothing but piss him off even further, and this is where Batman and Nightwing have the bright idea of running the fuck away. They both try to get to higher elevation, but one thing about Amazo is that he can also fly, so this man is literally just flying at them while Batman and Nightwing are out here fighting for their lives. It's honestly kind of funny. He latches onto Nightwing, and this is where Batman chases after the both of them, and he pretty much tells Nightwing stop being a bitch, and Nightwing then proceeds to fry this man's brains, and they both make their way down. Batman and Nightwing have a smooth landing when they make it down, but of course Amazo did not have a smooth landing, so when he fell, he caused an 8.6 magnitude earthquake. They both knew, however, that this was not enough to kill Amazo, so they were both just standing there ready for Amazo to just wake up, which he eventually did, but they were not ready for this man to just start lasering everything in sight. So they both had to activate Ultra Instinct and dodge these lasers coming at them at high speeds, which honestly I gotta say that is actually quite impressive. But anyway, you know, Batman actually comes up with like this 500 IQ move to pretty much put like this special material over Amazo's eyes. And then right after this, Batman pulls out a controller that probably costs more than like 5 Amazos put together, and then he presses a button, and this pretty much gives like this shock property to like the special material. And yeah, he pretty much just fries this man's brain completely, and not only his brain, he fries his head off completely. Like, there is no more Amazo. This man is gone, done, finito. And yeah, that'll actually be the end of today's video. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any other video topics you want me to talk about, please let me know down in the comments, and I will do my best to talk about them. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.